Japan, the land of opportunities. Time to look at East. Do you want to work on high-end technology? Do you want to live peaceful and lavish lifestyle-oriented life? Do you want to settle in most developed country in world? Do you want to go for higher studies in a country which is known for quality education and innovations? If yes, then look is Japan. Plenty of jobs in various fields available in Japan with handsome salary and employee-friendly working condition. Permanent residency within 3 years. Free medical facilities and education for children once PR received. Handsome package for experienced professionals. Better opportunities for freshers who are willing to go extra mile.
And I feel very privileged, honored, and it's a great pleasure here to be with you and talk about your future, your opportunities with Japan.
My name is Shuichiro Mimura. Have the tendency to see the world from the self-centered view. It is our tendency.
Request that जर तुम्हाला तुमचं जीवन खूप चांगलं आणखी बनवायचं असेल, this is the right kind of an opportunity for you. So everybody, please take advantage of this. Their requirement is so huge. So no competition between you. Try to help each other and try to reach the land of rising sun, that is Japan. Thank you.
उसका जो पैसे का जो इंटरेस्ट है, वो पैसे का इंटरेस्ट बहुत कम है, very very little. He is earning from his job. Main है, he wants our own people to go abroad, elevate themselves. Let us elevate. Let us get elevated. And he is trying. And I am thankful to him that he has provided such a good opportunity. I am thankful to him for giving me an opportunity
to speak in front of you. Probably you may not get the chance to tell these experiences with others. But yeah, it is always good to learn the new things.
Yuzen Consultancy Services is focused on Japanese market and Japanese companies world over. We have success stories and we have delivered best results through our experts and job-oriented training and guidance to aspiring people. Yuzen's more than 15 students are working in Japan and India with big multinational companies. Yuzen's 10 students candidates working in Japan with a minimum salary of rupees 1.25 lakh for freshers. For experienced professionals, salary is even higher. Yuzen Consultancy, shaping career.
Jai Bhim, Namo Buddhaya. Once again, welcome to the show on Technology Talk Show specially. And today we are covering a topic of cloud computing and data center and automation in information technology. These technologies are emerging technologies, and going by the current scenario and the new scenarios that are going to appear post-pandemic or post the lockdown is over, we see that these new technologies are going to have more and more job opportunities for the freshers as well as the experienced candidate on this emerging technology. Now, going by that, we thought to conduct a session to tell the candidates, to tell the professionals, to tell the freshers, to tell the technical graduates on learning these technologies, why it is important to learn these technologies, and what are all the opportunities, job opportunities that are available in India, not just in India, but across the world. And that's how we brought in today Dr. Harshadeep Kamble Sir, who is a IAS officer and he's heading industries department for MSME, as well as he's a development commissioner for industries government of Maharashtra. He has given us this opportunity on the GBC platform to depart this knowledge, to give this information to the people so that more and more people can learn these kind of technologies and can better their lives in the coming days and the coming years. I am really thankful to Dr. Harshadeep Kamble Sir for providing this opportunity to us and the GBC team. And we also have one very special guest today, Mr. Vishal Shinde, who is a cloud computing expert, data center operation expert, having more than 15 years of experience in the field of data center and cloud computing. And he is heading cloud computing department for a big company in Mumbai. And he will also going to throw some light and going to tell about what are all the opportunities that are available in the cloud computing and in the data center operations. And lastly, we are going to have the question and answer session. So thank you everybody for joining this session. Now I am requesting Dr. Harshadeep Kamble Sir to provide the insight about these emerging technologies and how the government of Maharashtra is making the policies to provide more and more opportunities for the jobs as well as the business in this emerging technology, especially in Maharashtra. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mahesh, and welcome all of you. It's again a great evening today, and this is every Saturday, as you are aware that every Saturday on GBC we take this shows related with technology. And if you remember in my talk show on Insights, where I spoke about industry uh, four, that is fourth revolution, industrial revolution. And there I said main technologies that are going to come now are artificial intelligence, robotics, data centers, and cloud computing, cloud servers. And then I told you that we are going to take a separate sessions on this. So this is the link to that, and this is the separate session which we are taking. हमने आपको बताया था कि इंडस्ट्री 4.0 ये अभी आने वाली है. अभी तीसरे इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन के बाद चौथी इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन आ रही है, और वो है उसमें बहुत सारे टेक्नोलॉजी से रिलेटेड जो चीजें हैं, जो इंटरनेट बेस्ड है, IoT उसमें है, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जो है, पिछले सैटरडे को हमारा आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस पे हुआ था, रोबोटिक्स पे हम लोग सेपरेटली एक सेशन लेने वाले हैं. ये हर तरह की अलग अलग टेक्नोलॉजी जो आ रही है, अभी आने वाली है, इसमें बहुत सारा हम लोग अभी बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री में इसकी जरूरत लगने वाली है. एक तरफ तो हमारे बहुत सारे इंजीनियर खाली बैठे हुए हैं, उनके पास कुछ जॉब नहीं है. देयर आर मेनी इंजीनियर्स हु डोंट हैव अ जॉब, सो दे आर सिटिंग आइडल एट होम. एंड देन देयर इज अनदर इंडस्ट्री दैट इज ओपनिंग अप, और एक साइड में ये इंडस्ट्री ओपन हो रही है जिसमें टेक्नोलॉजी से रिलेटेड इतने सारे जॉब्स है वो आने वाले हैं. जस्ट टू गिव यू एग्जांपल, today we are going to have this session on cloud computing, data centers and automation in IT. So ये लगता होगा आपको कि बहुत टेक्निकल चीजें हैं, लेकिन ज्यादा टेक्निकल नहीं है. ये कंप्यूटर से, इंटरनेट से रिलेटेड चीजें हैं, तो कोई भी जो है इसको सीख सकता है. अलग अलग कोर्सेस अवेलेबल है. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र ने भी इसमें काफी सारे कोर्सेस हमारे लिए शुरू किए हैं, और यूजेन टेक्नोलॉजी जो है, महेश खैरे ये खुद ऐसे कोर्सेज जो है वो लेते हैं. लास्ट टाइम यू हैव सीन दैट ही हैड ऑफर्ड यू अ जॉब इन जापान. इफ यू लर्न जापानीज, he is ready to offer you a job not less than 1 लाख रुपए. अगर कोई इंजीनियर है या कोई भी फील्ड से है जो जापानीज अगर सीखता है, तो उसके लिए जापान में अभी बहुत सारे जॉब्स जो है वो अवेलेबल है. एक तरफ हम बोलते हैं कि हम खाली पीली है, जॉब्स नहीं है, और दूसरी तरफ जो है इतने सारे जॉब्स अवेलेबल है. लेकिन सबके लिए कोई भी जॉब रहे, उसके लिए आपको मेहनत जो है बहुत करनी पड़ती है, because competition is there, and wherever there is a competition, the one who works very hard, he gets through. So it is said that when the going is tough, the tough gets going. मतलब जहां पे बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्टीज आती है तो टफ बंदे जो रहते हैं, जो हार्डवर्क करना जानते हैं, जो सिंसियर है, वो उनका नंबर जो है वो लग जाता है। बाकी जो आराम से कोई मेरे पास आएगा, बताएगा, मुझे लेके जाएगा, मुझे पानी पिलाएगा, ऐसे वाले बंदों का कुछ नहीं होता। ये अभी बहुत टफ कंपटीशन है। तो अगर थोड़ा सा इंटेलिजेंटली अगर हम लोग इसकी पढ़ाई करते हैं, इफ यू वी अप्लाई आवर थिंकिंग माइंड इन अ राइट डायरेक्शन, and then we come to know that there are such kind of areas where there are lot of job opportunities. मुझे लगता है कि ऐसे इस पे we have to concentrate on these things. So our engineers, please wake up. Those who know little about computers, please wake up. These are the jobs that are available. ये अभी आपके लिए jobs खुलने जा रहे हैं। और अभी हम लोगों का जो टॉपिक है वो है अपॉर्चुनिटीज आफ्टर लॉकडाउन। कोरोना के बाद में क्या होने वाला है। अभी आपने देखा ये कोरोना, ड्यूरिंग दिस कोरोना पीरियड एवरीबडी ऑफ अस इज सिटिंग एट होम, नाउ यू आर वाचिंग दिस। अभी आप लोग ये एपिसोड देख रहे हैं। मतलब क्या हो रहा है कि आप ये जो डेटा है, ये इंटरनेट का जो डेटा है, मोबाइल डेटा है, ये आप कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं। और ये इंटरनेट पे जो डेटा आप कंज्यूम करते हो, तो इसके लिए ये बहुत ज्यादा डेटा तैयार हो जाता है। आप अभी घर बैठ के कोई टिकटॉक पे करता है, कोई व्हाट्सएप पे करता है, कोई खुद के वीडियोस बनाता है, दूसरों को सेंड करता है, दोस्तों को आप भेजते हो। वॉट एवर डेटा यू सेंड टू योर फ्रेंड्स, वॉट एवर वीडियोज दैट यू सेंड टू योर फ्रेंड्स, देयर यू आर नाउ क्रिएटिंग सम काइंड ऑफ डेटा एंड देयर इज अ डेटा ट्रांसफर। ये इतना बड़ा, इट इज ह्यूज डेटा। सो वेयर दिस डेटा गोज, तो ये डेटा कहीं ना कहीं तो जाता ही होगा। तो इसके लिए डेटा सर्वर्स लगते हैं। और ये डेटा सर्वर्स जो है ये दो जगह पे रहते हैं। एक तो डेटा सेंटर में रहते हैं और दूसरा जो है क्लाउड्स पे रहते हैं। क्लाउड सर्वर जो है उस पे रहते हैं। क्लाउड मतलब क्या है कि क्लाउड मतलब ऊपर वाले क्लाउड जो है ये नहीं है। क्लाउड से मुझे याद आता है कि व्हेन वी से दैट क्लाउड competing, so it doesn't mean that there are some clouds in the sky. No, not that. It means that that these are the servers which are remotely operated. So we have Vishal Shinde with us today, who has an experience of 15 years. He has his own company also. He has a 15 years of experience, and he would actually tell you in details that what are the opportunities in data centers, how do they work. So they would give you a brief, and then you have to find yourself out that by studying more you will have to find out that you know how these jobs how you can get these jobs. And of course Mahesh Khaire, he would be there to guide you. GBC team would be there always to guide you to get these good jobs. और ये चीजें आपको अभी करनी, you should do it now, because this is the opportunity. And if you do a course of around 3 to 6 months of a time with hands-on training, there are jobs available. Please remember, just to give you an example, when we are talking about these data centers in Maharashtra itself, Mumbai and Pune, in Maharashtra, of all the data centers that are there in the country, 41% of that data centers are here in Maharashtra. In Mumbai, Pune area, we have this. So the huge potential is in this area only. Then we of course have it in Hyderabad, then Bangalore, then Chennai. But lot of job opportunities available in these data centers, because there, with data center there is analysis of the data. With analysis of the data, then it is stored somewhere. If it is stored somewhere, so that is in the data center. Then you need data center operators. So if there is some fault, then you need some technicians for that. So similarly, ये data centers, there would be lot of requirement for data center operators. और फिर इसके बाद data center analysis जो होता है, we will need this data analyst also, क्योंकि ये सब डेटा एक जगह पे इकट्ठा होता है। उसका देयर इज डेटा एनालिसिस, देयर इज डेटा प्रोसेसिंग, और फिर इसका यूज कहाँ पे होता है। लास्ट सैटरडे को हमने बताया कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस में इसका यूज होता है। क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग भी उसी तरह से काम करता है, लेकिन क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग के बारे में अभी ये दोनों जो है वो आपको बताएंगे। मैं उसमें ज्यादा नहीं जाना चाहता हूँ। लेट मी कॉन्सेंट्रेट मोर ऑन व्हाट आर द पॉलिसीज दैट वुड टेक दिस डेटा सेंटर्स क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग अगेन ऑन Cloud9. Cloud9 का मतलब मालूम है आप लोगों को क्या होता है? डू यू नो what do you mean by Cloud9? Cloud9 मतलब you stay, Cloud9 is a place, imaginary place. When we say, we look at the sky and say
oh, I feel like I am on a cloud 9. So that means you are at a place where you feel very happy, in a very happy situation, very happy place. So that is why it is called, that is how it is called as a cloud 9. So that is a phrase in English. So that doesn't mean that these servers are on in cloud 9. No, no, no. But it means that they are remotely accessible, and everything now, everything, fourth industrial revolution is going to be through this data, through this data collection, through this data analysis, and therefore we will require a lot of people. और मेरा ये जो कहना है, my simple suggestion to you is, हम लोगों ने अभी we should enter into these fields which are this technology related. हमने ये ऐसे चीजों में जो टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड है उसमें हमने जाना ही जाना चाहिए. इसके लिए किसी के पास बी की डिग्री है, ये कोई जरूरी नहीं, कोई इंजीनियर है ये जरूरी नहीं रहता. दिस इज अ सिंपल computer which on which computer courses which you can take up. Of course there is some preliminary requirement that you will have to fulfill, but having said that, there is a still ample scope for anybody to go for such kind of a courses where there is a guarantee of job opportunity. और हम लोग सब ये क्यों कर रहे हैं? तो हम चाहते हैं कि इससे आपके दिल में एक अच्छा जज्बा पैदा हो जाए, आप में कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाए और आपको एक अच्छी नौकरी मिल जाए, ताकि देन आपकी लाइफ जो है वो सेटल हो जाए, आपका करियर जो है वो सेटल हो जाए. कोविड में अभी जो हम लोग यहाँ पर सब अपने अपने घरों में बैठे हुए सोच रहे हैं कि कल क्या होने वाला है. ये कोविड अभी we have to live with this COVID. So that we have to understand, we have to follow all the norms that are told to us by the government. Social distancing के norms जो है we have to follow those social distancing norms. वो हमें छोड़ना नहीं है. लेकिन in this situation we have to think properly that what we are going to do after this COVID is over or after this lockdown is over. Then you have to search for such kind of a job opportunities which are amply there in these new technologies. So you should go for new technologies, please. And these jobs are going to stay there for years together. So that means everybody of you please do such kind of courses. You tell your friends to go for such kind of courses. ऐसे courses करने के लिए आप हमारे अपने दोस्तों को भी बताइए और उनको भी ये courses जो है ये करने के लिए बोलिए, ताकि सबको यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लगभग 50,000 से 1 लाख जॉब जो है आज की डेट में अवेलेबल है. तो यू नीड टू हैव अ राइट काइंड, आपके पास में एक राइट काइंड का एक्सपीरियंस होना चाहिए. और हमने कोर्स कर लिया तो तुरंत आगे, ऐसा नहीं है. आपको कम से कम हैंड्स ऑन ट्रेनिंग 3-4 महीने का हैंड्स ऑन ट्रेनिंग जो है वो चाहिए, उसके लिए बताएंगे. और मैं आपसे एक बात अभी शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट भी अपनी एक पॉलिसी ला रहा है. वो पॉलिसी ऐसी ला रहा है कि जो भी आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस है, क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग है, डेटा सेंटर्स है, इसके लिए जो भी यूनिट्स हमारे सेटअप करेगा उनको हम लोग ज्यादा फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव्स देने वाले हैं. So because of this policy of government of Maharashtra, there are going to be more data centers in Maharashtra. और इसके कारण अभी इसके जॉब्स जो है वो ज्यादा बढ़ने वाले हैं. इसीलिए आपने ये टेक्नोलॉजी जो है, नए इमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज जो है ये आपने सीखना चाहिए. कोविड में अभी ऐसे हो गया है कि हम लोग अभी बहुत सारा डेटा, बहुत ज्यादा डेटा जो है वो इधर से उधर शेयर हो रहा है. तो अभी आपने देखा होगा कि जो टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड कंपनीज है, यू मस्ट हैव सीन दैट दोज कंपनीज व्हिच हैव technology based, their stock shares have risen up. Two types of companies. One, pharma companies, where those are into making medicines, production of medicines. Another sector is this data center sectors, technology related companies. Their shares have shot up. So that means there is a lot of scope for such kind of industry to grow. What had happened in COVID is we are playing around with all this data here and there. So anything now, the companies are changing their strategies. So life would be little different after this COVID. It would be more internet based. The data sharing also would be at a very, very high levels, and we would be starting to work from home. When you are working from home, right now also many people are working from home. When you are working from home, so that means more and more data is shared. When you are even singing from your home and sending that on TikTok, or for that matter on your video on WhatsApp, that also the whole data, or on Telegram the whole data is shared. और ये डेटा शेयरिंग अभी काफी ज्यादा हो रहा है, जो फिर ये सर्वर्स उसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा लगते हैं, और इसके लिए फिर अभी जितनी स्पेसेस बढ़ते जाएगी उतने उतने इंजीनियर्स जो है वो लगते जाएंगे. तो ये दिस इज द राइट काइंड ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी. मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ आप सबको, माय रिक्वेस्ट टू यू, ऑल ऑफ यू, ये यू शुड गो फॉर सच काइंड ऑफ एमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज. आज नहीं तो कल इसकी जरूरत पड़ने ही वाली है. ये नहीं है कि आपको 5-6 महीने में जॉब नहीं मिला तो 1 साल के अंदर अंदर आपको जॉब मिल ही जाएगा, ये बिल्कुल पक्का है. इतनी जरूरतें जो है वो मार्केट में आने वाली है. तो इसलिए वर्क फ्रॉम होम बढ़ते जाएगा, वो बढ़ गया कि डेटा शेयरिंग जो है और ज्यादा बढ़ते जाएगा, और इसका परिणाम में क्या होगा, we will have more number of data centers, we will have more offices working on cloud computing, we will have more automation, IT automation, which helps in business strategies of production also of various factories, companies, industries. तो ये इतना बड़ा important जो है इस टेक्नोलॉजी का है. इसीलिए मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट रहेगी कि ये क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग रहे, डेटा सेंटर रहे, ऑटोमेशन रहे, रोबोटिक्स रहे, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस रहे, ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी रहे, ये ऐसे चीजों में हमने जाना चाहिए. ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी पे भी बहुत जल्द हम लोग एक सेपरेट सेशन लेने वाले हैं, शायद 11 तारीख को हम लोग लेंगे. तो ये सब टेक्नोलॉजी से रिलेटेड चीजें हम आपके लिए लेके आ रहे हैं, तो प्लीज इसका फायदा उठाइए. ये मेरी आप सबको this is my request to all of you, and thank you Mahesh, and thank you Vishal for joining and spreading this good knowledge, awareness about these emerging technologies. Thank you GBC team, thank you. I will be there for question answer session also. In the meantime, both of them great experts into this cloud computing and data center, they would be explaining you in details. I'll join you very soon. मैं अभी आप लोगों के साथ में थोड़ी देर में ज्वाइन होने वाला हूँ. विशाल शिंदे और महेश खैरे इनका प्रेजेंटेशन होने के बाद में. थैंक यू सो मच.
How the future policies has been framed and how the government of Maharashtra is trying to help the people from the state to get into the jobs of which are jobs in the emerging technologies like cloud computing, data center operations, and the automation in the IT. Now, guys, I will start on my presentation or the awareness thought and this speech about what is the importance on the automation programming in the IT industry. Now, you might be hearing the word automation everywhere, right? So when we are saying that we have to do some automation in the IT, then what exactly it is meaning? Let me give a short example of what exactly the automation means. You might have seen the car. In the car these days, or I will say from last 3-4 years, 5 years, we are having the key, and using the key, car key, we are able to open the car doors, as well as we are able to make honor of the car without entering into the car, right? So why this is possible, okay, and what exactly it is called? So it is called as an automation. Okay, so here we are doing the automation of the mechanical engineering and the electronics engineering with the help of IT, with the help of programming, right? So in Yuzen Consultancy, what exactly we are doing to make people aware about these emerging technologies, that we are training students on various technologies. We are training students on the Japanese language, because Japan is a very, very emerging country right now for the job opportunities. Why Japan? I have already explained you in my previous session why we should look towards Japan as a country for our career growth as well as for our future jobs, is because they are lacking in the human resources. Their population is shrinking, and it is the third biggest economy, technically very, very advanced, right? So Yuzen Consultancy are helping students candidate professionals in getting the training in the Japanese language, in international work culture, in various technologies, and our main focus is on cloud computing and automation in IT. Why I have chosen these two subjects for training people? We also give training on Java technologies and the AutoCAD and CATIA NX application. But why I have chosen this technology is having certain relevance. The relevance is that here you need not require that kind of talent. The talent, that means the intelligence, kind of intelligence is required in building the artificial intelligence based programs or artificial intelligence based application. These kind of programming skill or the intelligence is not required in cloud computing technology, in data center operations, and in even in the automation of various processes in IT. Okay, so Yuzen Consultancy has chosen this path to train the mass people who are having the average intelligence and who are willing to work in the technology oriented companies, right? So our objective is to groom our students, tell them what are all the technologies are emerging in the market and what are all the job opportunities that are available. And through that, we have also formed a business model, and our business activities are dependent on those business models. That is, we are helping students to get training and then getting the recruitment in Japan or in Japanese companies in India. For your information, we have already placed 18 students by this time who have done the cloud computing and automation programming course, which has been done through the government of Maharashtra MCD department as well as industries department. And because of COVID, we were not able to place many people as the situation was not permitting us. But before that, just a student has done just a training of 2 months, 6 hours every day, and within 1 month, imagine 18 of our candidates got the job in big companies like Fujitsu Consulting. They got the job in SCL. They got the job in Neosoft Technologies. They got the job in TCS as well. So that is the future of these emerging technologies, and these technologies are not that difficult. Okay, and when we see that the students are, or the engineers, or the technically graduate people, or even the general graduate people, but who are having a good flair about the technology, they are struggling for the job. And the current scenario that we see in India is that in India there is a huge unemployment. If we look at the unemployment rate in India today, it is 25% of the Indian population is unemployed, right? So 25% is on our unemployment rate, which is a very high rate in last 60-70 years. Okay, this is such a high that it has never been seen in India post independence, right? Now, why this has come? It is not that because of the COVID pandemic this situation has arises, but this situation has arises even prior to pandemic because of the certain policy failures, right? So to give the jobs to the people and in which fields the job are available, we identified certain areas, certain technical skills where people can get the job easily and quickly. Not easily, but they can certainly get it quickly. तो इसीलिए हमने ये सब टेक्नोलॉजीज हमने सिलेक्ट किया है. आई एम टॉकिंग इन हिंदी ऑल्सो सो दैट कि अपने जो बाकी पेरेंट्स है जिनको काफ़ी कुछ चीज़ें इंग्लिश में टेक्निकल साइड में समझ में नहीं आती है, तो इसीलिए मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में भी समझाने की कोशिश करूँगा. ओके, सो ये सब टेक्नोलॉजी में अभी काफ़ी काम है. ऑटोमेशन आईटी का अभी बज़वर्ड है. और ऑटोमेशन यानी क्या होता है? ऑटोमेशन यानी हम वहाँ पे कंप्यूटर मशीन ऑटोमेट नहीं करते हैं, हम प्रोसेसेस ऑटोमेट करते हैं. प्रोसेसेस ऑटोमेट करते हैं यानी सपोज हम टेस्टिंग कर रहे हैं कुछ एप्लीकेशन का, तो अभी वो मैन्युअली किया जाता है. एक टेस्टर बैठता है और वो मैन्युअली डेटा की इन करता है उस पर्टिकुलर स्क्रीन में, पर्टिकुलर फील्ड में, और फिर उसका रिजल्ट वेरीफाई करता है. लेकिन अगर हम ऑटोमेशन करते हैं, टेस्टिंग ऑटोमेशन, तो उसके लिए हमें स्क्रिप्ट्स लिखनी पड़ती है, और वो स्क्रिप्ट्स हम प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज यूज करके लिखते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, वी कैन write the scripts in Java, we can write the scripts in Selenium. Selenium is also a tool for test automation. Then we are having the automation on the dev operation side, that is in the data center side. So if you look at the data center side, there are various operations which has been manually executed. Okay, और वो सब ऑपरेशन हम ऑटोमेट कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज इट इज अ स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसेस. जैसे कि आपको बैकअप लेना है, आप आपके मोबाइल का बैकअप भी लेते होंगे, करेक्ट. अभी आप वो मोबाइल का बैकअप, आपको एक फ्लैश आता है कि डू यू वांट टू बैकअप योर व्हाट्सएप और योर डेटा. तो वैसे ही एक आप डेटाबेस का अगर आप बैकअप लेना चाहते हैं, या आप किसी एप्लीकेशन के डेटा का बैकअप लेना चाहते हैं, या किसी एप्लीकेशन का पूरा बैकअप लेना चाहते हैं, तो उसका स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसेस होता है. तो वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसेस में व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज वी आर टाइपिंग सर्टेन कमांड्स ऑन द कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट, एंड देन it is giving a certain result. And these steps are like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and there could be n number of steps. But this is a manual activity. Now, if I have to do an automation, and why we are going to do the automation is that here the human interference is required. A person, a technical person is required in the data center, or a technical person required in the IT company who is going to do this technical things, right? So why can't we automate it? Because इसमें क्या होता है कि आज जो टेक्निकल पर्सन, उसका मूड ठीक है, वो सब कुछ अच्छा है, तो काफी कॉन्सेंट्रेट होके जब काम करता है तो उसका रिजल्ट अच्छा मिलता है. लेकिन अगर कुछ मिस्टेक हो गया तो बहुत सारा आईटी ऑपरेशंस भी बिगड़ सकता है, एंड देयर कुड बी सर्टेन डिलेज और सर्टेन फेल्यूर्स और इश्यूज दैट कैन ऑकर. सो हम ऑटोमेट इसीलिए करते हैं, सो दैट वी कैन रिड्यूस द errors, mistake. There has to be more flexibility. कोई कभी भी कर सकता है ऑटोमेशन. एक बार ऑटोमेशन आपने कर दिया कोई प्रोसेस का, तो आप कभी भी उसको ट्रिगर कर सकते हो. रात को सवेरे अर्ली मॉर्निंग 4 बजे भी कर सकते हैं. हमने ये किया हुआ है आईटी में. कुछ नहीं, आपको सवेरे उठना है, लैपटॉप ओपन करना है और ट्रिगर करके फिर से सो जाना है. 4-5 घंटा या 3 घंटा वो प्रोसेस पूरा चलते रहेगा. जैसे बिल डिप्लॉयमेंट होता है, बड़ी बड़ी एप्लीकेशंस होता है, तो उसका बिल डिप्लॉयमेंट 3-3 घंटा चलता है, 2-3 घंटा मिनिमम चलता है. बैकअप 3-4 घंटा प्रोसेस होता है. जैसे इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेशन बैंकिंग में, वो 6-6 घंटा चलता है, जैसे स्टेट बैंक जैसी बड़ी बैंक है. तो ये सब प्रोसेसेस हम ऑटोमेट कर सकते हैं. विल take the requirement. I will take the requirement. Okay, tell me what are the processes you want to do, and what are the steps that you are executing, or the tasks that you are executing. And then we will write the scripts or the programs for that. Once we develop it, then we will be testing it on the various environment, that is the UAT environment, or the pre-prod environment, or the testing environment. और उसमें हम टेस्ट करने के बाद फिर उसका रिजल्ट वेरीफाई करते हैं. If everything is fine, then हम उसको प्रोडक्शन पे डिप्लॉय करते हैं. लेकिन अभी ये ऑटोमेशन एग्जैक्टली कहाँ पे इम्प्लीमेंट होता है, ये भी आपको पता करना पड़ेगा, सो दैट योर कंसेप्ट्स विल बी क्लियर दैट ओके, इन दिस एरियाज पर्टिकुलरली इन आईटी द ऑटोमेशन इज हैपनिंग. फॉर एग्जांपल, आपने अगर किसी एप्लीकेशन के लिए डिफेक्ट रेज किया है, ठीक है, जैसे आप अगर कोई वेबसाइट पे जा रहे हैं और आपको कुछ सर्टेन चीजें मिल नहीं रही, तो आप उसका इंसिडेंट लॉग करते हैं. ओके, तो इंसिडेंट लॉक करते हैं, तो पूरा प्रोसेस हम ऑटोमेट कर सकते हैं, और वो प्रोसेस ऑटोमेट हो भी चुका है काफी जगह पे. लेकिन स्टिल द ऑटोमेशन इज डन ओनली फॉर द 10% ऑफ द थिंग्स. 90% ऑफ द आइटम्स और एप्लीकेशंस आर स्टिल ओपन टू ऑटोमेट. आई एम सेइंग 90%. 90% अभी भी स्कोप है ऑटोमेशन का, सिर्फ डिफेक्ट मैनेजमेंट प्रोसेस एंड टू एंड, जहाँ पे कस्टमर और एप्लीकेशन का इंटरेक्शन होता है वहां पे. दूसरा आपको मिलेगा एप्लीकेशन डिप्लॉयमेंट. जैसे हम सॉफ्टवेयर लिखते हैं, एक प्रोग्राम लिखते हैं, फिर उसको डिप्लॉय करना होता है और उसको बाद में मार्केट में अवेलेबल करके रखना होता है. तो जैसे हमने, आप देखते होंगे कि विंडोज का अपडेट आपका अपने आप हो जाता है, आईफोन का ओएस आपका आपके मोबाइल में, आईफोन मोबाइल में हो जाता है. एंड्रॉइड का सिमिलरली आपको सिर्फ फ्लैश आता है और आप सिर्फ ओके कर देते हो, इंटरनेट ऑन है तो आपका ऑटोमेटिक डिप्लॉयमेंट होता है. तो ये सब प्रोसेस भी CI/CD, कंटिन्यूअस इंटीग्रेशन एंड कंटिन्यूअस डिप्लॉयमेंट के प्रोसेस के थ्रू ऑटोमेट कर सकते हो. तीसरा आप कर सकते हो सिक्योरिटी. जैसे आप देखते होंगे कि आपको इसका अलर्ट आता है, मैलवेयर अलर्ट आता है, या वायरस का अलर्ट आता है, तो ये सब भी ऑटोमेट किया हुआ है. इसमें भी आप ऑटोमेशन कर सकते हैं कि आपको एक सर्टेन टाइम पे उसका ट्रिगर देना होता है. कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, ये चीजें बहुत सिंपल है. ओके, इसमें कोई भी ज्यादा ये नहीं है, कुछ ज्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करना नहीं होता, सिर्फ कॉमन सेंस यूज करना होता है। फिर आप टेस्टिंग का ऑटोमेशन कर सकते हो। कोई एप्लीकेशन कोई टेस्टर टेस्ट करता है तो वो मैन्युअली करता है। जैसे कि आप गूगल डूडल का आप देखते होंगे तो हर टाइम वो चेंज होते रहता है, तो उसके लिए गूगल ने पूरा ऑटोमेशन करके रखा हुआ है। वो टेस्ट करते हैं, डिप्लॉय भी कर देते हैं, तो इसमें तीनों चारों प्रोसेस वो आपकी इंप्लीमेंट कर देते हैं। पांचवा आपका है आईटी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर। जैसे आपको अलग अलग मशीन्स बनानी है, वीएम्स बनानी है, तो वीएम क्रिएट करने के लिए आप डायरेक्ट टूल यूज कर सकते हैं। जैसे एंसिबल एक टूल है, एंसिबल टूल यूज करके भी आप ऑटोमेशन कर सकते हैं। तो वैसे ही डाटा सेंटर के बहुत सारे ऑपरेशंस होते हैं, बैकअप लेना है, एप्लीकेशन डिप्लॉय करना है, कोई प्रोसेसेस एग्जीक्यूट करनी है, कुछ भी हो जाए, आप उसको मशीन डिप्लॉय करना है, सॉफ्टवेयर से अपग्रेड करने, वो सब आप ऑटोमेशन कर सकते हैं। देन आपका टास्क फ्लोज, ये एरिया बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। इसके लिए आपको स्किल लगेगा, लेकिन इसके लिए डेवलपर का इतना स्किल नहीं लगता है। हियर द स्किल ऑफ आर्किटेक्ट इज मोर important. Like I am a solution architect, so I design banking softwares. So here in service based automation, here everything has to be automated. That means all the talks flows, all the processes can be automated, and that design has to be done by the functional person or a solution architect, and then he will explain to the developers. तो डेवलपर का फिर भी उसको इतना ये नहीं होता है। सो एज आई सेड कि इस अलग अलग टाइप के हम ऑटोमेशन कर सकते हैं, अलग अलग एनवायरनमेंट में, अलग अलग एप्लीकेशंस के लिए, अलग अलग ऑपरेशंस के लिए आईटी इंडस्ट्री में, और ये बहुत बड़ा एरिया है। तो ये ऑटोमेशन किस टाइप के होते हैं, तो इसको 3 कैटेगरी में ब्रॉडली डिवाइड किया गया है। पहला एक आपका प्रोसेस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन। तो प्रोसेस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन यानी क्या कि आप बैकअप ले रहे हो, एवरीडे आप आपके सिस्टम का बैकअप ले रहे हो, तो एक प्रोसेस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन हो गया। फिर आपका रेगुलर मंथली बेसिस पे आपका बिल्ड या नया एप्लीकेशन डिप्लॉय करना होता है या नया कोड डिप्लॉय करना होता है, ठीक है। जैसे आपका फोन अपग्रेड होते रहता है विद द iOS एंड द एंड्रॉइड एप्लीकेशन, आपका ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम मोबाइल का अपग्रेड होते रहता है, तो ये प्रोसेस बेस्ड है। इसके लिए पूरी प्रोसेसेस डिफाइन की हुई है और उस प्रोसेस के अकॉर्डिंग ये चलता है। उसके लिए इन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने पाइथन में स्क्रिप्ट लिखा हुआ है, प्रोग्राम्स लिखे हुए, शेल में स्क्रिप्ट्स लिखे हुए हैं या रूबी रेल में लिखे हुए हैं, और वो एक ट्रिगर करके वन क्लिक कर दिया कि वो सीधा प्रोसेस एग्जीक्यूट होते रहता है और आपका सिस्टम ऑटोमेटिकली डिप्लॉय हो जाता है, टेस्ट भी हो जाता है। तो इसमें इसको प्रोसेस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन कहते हैं। दूसरा आपका ऑटोमेशन होता है कि रोबोट प्रोसेस ऑटोमेशन। अभी रोबोटिक प्रोसेस ऑटोमेशन इज लाइक इट इज एक्टिंग ऑन द बेस्ड ऑन द सॉफ्टवेयर, ठीक है। तो जहाँ पे हाई वॉल्यूम डेटा होता है, जैसे बैंकिंग ट्रांजेक्शन, you might have doing transaction through your mobile, you are doing transaction from your internet banking channels, आप RTGS NEFT करते हैं। तो RTGS NEFT का RTGS तो रियल टाइम होता है, उसी समय क्रेडिट हो जाता है, ठीक है। लेकिन NEFT का जो है वो आपको 1 घंटे बाद या 2 घंटे बाद आपको क्रेडिट मिलता है। तो वो क्या करता है कि पूरी बैच प्रोसेस बनाता है और उस बैच प्रोसेस को फुल्ली ऑटोमेट किया, बिकॉज वॉल्यूम इज सो हाई दैट we have to do the automation। और टाइम टू टाइम आपने टाइम फ्रेम डिसाइड किया है कि 2 बजे इसको क्लिक करना है, 4 बजे क्लिक करना है, 6 बजे क्लिक करना है, आप जस्ट एक क्लिक करते हो, पूरा प्रोसेस एग्जीक्यूट हो जाता है। उसके लिए आपको ज्यादा कुछ रॉकेट साइंस नहीं करना है। एज आई सेड, दिस टेक्नोलॉजी इज सिंपल। आपको जो कमांड्स है उसको उतारना है एक फाइल में स्टेप बाय स्टेप, ठीक है, और उसको प्रॉपर टेस्ट करना है। उसका एक प्रोसेस है, वो प्रोग्रामिंग का एक प्रोसेस दिया हुआ है, उसके थ्रू ही होता है। तीसरा है सर्विस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन। एज आई सेड, सर्विस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन जो है ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और इसका बहुत डिमांड है, ठीक है। सर्विस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन यानी जैसे आपका कंप्लीट ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग है, कंप्लीट ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग, दैट मीन्स कस्टमर खुद वेबसाइट पे जाएगा या अपने मोबाइल से पर्टिकुलर बैंक का सीधा अकाउंट ओपन करेगा। उसके लिए उसको जो जो डॉक्यूमेंट देने होते हैं वो सब डॉक्यूमेंट उसने अपलोड कर दिया एज एंड व्हेन रिक्वायर्ड, स्टेप बाय स्टेप, and he is not talking to the banker, he is not talking to the bank people, और उसका पूरा अकाउंट खुल जाता है, उसके बाद उसके पूरे ट्रांजैक्शन होते हैं। तो इसको कहते हैं सर्विस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन। ये आपको बहुत सारी चीजों में मिलेगा अभी, और वर्ल्ड इज मूविंग टू दिस सर्विस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन। इसके लिए भी बहुत ज्यादा प्रोग्रामिंग की स्किल नहीं लगती। लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू अगेन। आपको प्रोग्रामिंग की स्किल कहाँ पे लगती है? एम्बेडेड प्रोग्रामिंग जो होती है उसमें आपको लगती है। जैसे मैंने पहले कार का एग्जांपल दिया आपको, so in particular to the car, right? If you are pressing your key, that the car is getting unlocked. Okay, so in this case the embedded system programming has been used. आप आपके मोबाइल से प्रिंटर को सीधा इंस्ट्रक्शन देते हो और प्रिंटर प्रिंट करता है. योर मोबाइल एंड प्रिंटर इज नॉट बीन कनेक्टेड. यू आर यूजिंग द ब्लूटूथ ऑफ द प्रिंटर एंड यू आर यूजिंग द ब्लूटूथ ऑफ योर मोबाइल फोन. सो ये सब जो है वो रोबोटिक ऑटोमेशन में आता है और ये एम्बेडेड प्रोग्रामिंग होती है. इसमें काफी स्किल लगती है क्योंकि डिवाइस ड्राइवन प्रोग्रामिंग होती है. लेकिन सर्विस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन में वो स्किल नहीं लगती है. दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन माय ओन एक्सपीरियंस बिकॉज हमने ओरेकल में, व्हेन आई वाज वर्किंग इन ओरेकल, we have developed a complete online banking, and believe me, within 3 years that bank started from zero. Within 3 years that bank has done a business of $17 billion. Within 3 years they have recovered entire money for whatever they have spent on the technology, right? तो अभी ऑटोमेशन का आपको प्रोज एंड कॉन्स भी बोलेगा. आप बोलोगे कि ऑटोमेशन ज्यादा हो रहा है तो हमारे जॉब जाएंगे इंडस्ट्री में. बिल्कुल नहीं. आपके जॉब यहाँ से बढ़ने वाले हैं क्योंकि ये इनिशियल फेज में है. ये अभी भी पूरा ऑटोमेशन नहीं हुआ. प्रोज ये है कि आपको सबको पता है कि स्पीड है, एक्यूरेसी है, एंड देन इट इज हैविंग द राइट इंटेंट. गवर्नेंस, फॉर गवर्नेंस इट इज वेरी इजी. फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इज क्वाइट इज देयर, एंड देन इट इज हैविंग द इंटीग्रेशन एंड इंटरऑपरेबिलिटी ऑल्सो. आप कहीं से भी कर सकते हो. अगर आपने ऑटोमेट कर दिया तो आपको ऑफिस में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप आपके घर में बैठ के भी आप बहुत सारी चीजें कर सकते हो, मशीन ऑपरेट कर सकते हो. लेकिन इसके कॉस्ट जो है वो इतना ज्यादा नहीं है. सिर्फ एक ही कॉस्ट है, दैट इज टाइम, कॉस्ट एंड द रिसोर्सेस. यही उसका कौन है. दैट मीन्स अगर आपको कोई भी प्रोसेस ऑटोमेट करना है तो उसके लिए एक सर्टेन टाइम फ्रेम देना ही पड़ता है. अगर टाइम फ्रेम देना है तो रिसोर्सेस लगेंगे तो उसका कॉस्ट बढ़ जाता है. तो आपको कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट या कोई भी एप्लीकेशन ऑटोमेट करना है या प्रोसेसेस ऑटोमेट करना है तो आपको ये चीज देखनी है कि ये सब चीजें उसके मिटिगेट हो सकती है कि नहीं. अगर आप मैन्युअली करते हो तो उसका इम्पैक्ट कितना पड़ता है और कितने कम समय में हो जाता है और कितने पैसे में हो जाता है, यानी कितने कॉस्ट में हो जाता है. एंड इफ यू आर डूइंग इट इन a fully automated way, then how much time it is requiring, what is the time frame it is taking for automating the entire process or the application processes and the entire work. So one is to figure out that. That's the only con. Okay. Please, previous slide, please, tech team. Okay. So the benefits of IT automation is that it has reduced the cost. It is executing the repeated processes. Okay. There are certain activities that has to be done very repetitively. जैसे हम रोज बैकअप लेते हैं IT कंपनीज में for various applications, data for data in various organizations. So a repetitive task है. हम टेस्टिंग करते हैं तो that is also a repetitive task, right? So here the productivity can be increased. Then we are having the increased availability. ये आपको कहीं पे भी अवेलेबल होता है. मैं लैपटॉप लेके घर पे आ गया तो मैं घर से भी बिल्ड प्रोसेस पूरा ट्रिगर कर देता हूँ और हमने किया है. जब क्लाइंट मांगता है हम एक बटन दबा देते हैं, लैपटॉप ओपन करते हैं, हम वो फाइल रन कर देते हैं, एक पर्टिकुलर कमांड्स एग्जीक्यूट कर देते हैं एंड इट स्टार्ट्स. सो जाते हैं, फिर 3-4 घंटे बाद देख लेते हैं कि सब हो गया कि नहीं. हमें ईमेल आ जाता है, हमें सब डिटेल्स आ जाता है, वेदर द डिप्लॉयमेंट हैज हैपेंड करेक्टली और नॉट, वेदर द टेस्टिंग इज बीन डन हैपेंड करेक्टली और नॉट, whether the build has been broker or not. Everything, all the information we get on our mobile. So all these benefits are there. Now what are the challenges in automation? In automation we have certain challenges. वो challenges क्या है कि automation का कोई भी result का guarantee नहीं देता starting में. जब तक आप clearly defined processes define नहीं करते हो क्या करना है आपको, आपका रिक्वायरमेंट प्रॉपर नहीं है तो आप उसकी ऑटोमेशन की गारंटी आपको सक्सेसफुल नहीं मिलेगा. जैसे टेस्ट ऑटोमेशन ऑन बैंकिंग एप्लीकेशन कैन नेवर बी सक्सेसफुल. आई एम अगेन रिपीटिंग, टेस्ट ऑटोमेशन इन बैंकिंग कैन नेवर बी सक्सेसफुल. ओके, बिकॉज जितना कोड लिखने में टाइम लगता है उतना आपको इसके लिए भी टाइम लगेगा. फिर ऐसे अलग अलग चैलेंजेस है. ओके, रिसोर्सेस नहीं है उस लेवल के. अभी लोग पाइथन सीखना चालू किए, बट आई रिमेम्बर दैट 10 साल पहले हमने 8 साल पहले हमने ओरेकल में पाइथन यूज करके काफी प्रोसेसेस हमारे ऑटोमेट कर दी थी. तो लोगों को ये नई टेक्नोलॉजी सीखनी पड़ेगी. सो यू गाइज हैव टू लर्न ऑल दिस न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, स्पेशली पाइथन लैंग्वेज, शेल स्क्रिप्टिंग, advanced shell scripting, then you have to Ruby Rail and all. Okay, so what are all the opportunities available? Now this is the most important topic from your perspective. Yeah, and that's why we are conducting this session as well. What are all the opportunities? The opportunities are huge. After a pandemic, there are going to be a huge opportunities. Most of the organizations want to go on automated processes to reduce the dependency on the humans, and they want to automate many processes. ठीक है, क्योंकि हम कोविड के कारण हम साथ में बैठ के काम नहीं कर सकते. World is moving, world over there are huge demand for service based automation. As I explained कि जैसे आपने ओला उबेर ऐप देखा होगा, आप सिर्फ आपके मोबाइल से कॉल कार को बुलाते हैं, आपका डेस्टिनेशन डालते हैं, आपका स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट डालते हैं, आपका पेमेंट हो जाता है, सब कुछ हो जाता है, आपको किसी भी टेक्निकल पर्सन की जरूरत नहीं होती. सो दीज आर सर्विस बेस्ड ऑटोमेशन. ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग, कंप्लीट ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग, जिसमें आपको बैंक में जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बैंकर को पूछने की भी जरूरत नहीं. तो ऐसे सब इसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा स्कोप है, और इसके लिए आपको प्रोग्रामिंग स्किल काफी तगड़ी होनी चाहिए. सो ये सब टेक्नोलॉजीज हम यूजेन में सिखाते हैं, एंड वी ऑलरेडी कंडक्टेड द ट्रेनिंग high-tech technology program through MCED in Nagpur, Pune and Mumbai, and we have already trained 210 people in these 3 cities. और उसमें हमने जो स्टूडेंट्स को हमने ट्रेन किया, सबसे पहले नागपुर की बैच खत्म हुई हमारी, एंड फ्रॉम द नागपुर बैच 18 students has got the job, those who have done the cloud computing and automation based training, and the success rate for us is quite high. Because of COVID, we were not able to place candidates from Mumbai as well as from Pune. In Mumbai, we were not able to complete the course because of COVID things. But yeah, in Pune, we have completed, and after that, the lockdown has started. But still, there are huge opportunities, and that we are saying that there are going to be huge job opportunities available. So my request to all students that please learn these technologies. This is quite simple. It is not a rocket science at all. Okay, thank you very much. And now I request Mr. Vishal Shinde to throw a light or share his knowledge on cloud computing. And let me tell you that there are more than 10 lakh jobs available in cloud computing, data center operation, and automation in IT. So over to you, Vishal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mahesh sir. Good evening, friends. Jai Bhim and Namo Buddhaya to all. And before I get started, first and foremost, thank you for all the attendees for being here this evening. Having had this tremendous opportunity to lead you and serve you, I'm really grateful and obliged to our Honorable Harshadeep Kamble Sir and Mahesh sir for inviting me on this global platform as a speaker today. It's a true privilege to be a part of GBC 2020. This is a stupendous and awe-inspiring platform for our community, which I'm sure will empower and benefit the youth and every individual in our community and society as well. Once again, I will thank Sir for providing me this platform to share my knowledge and thoughts to the masses. So, as Sir has already given you my introduction to you all, so I would not make it repetitive. And without wasting any further time, I would like to start this session. So basically, I've been asked to speak on cloud computing, and of course, that is my forte. But I'm afraid, due to the time constraint, we could not discuss the topic for which there is so much to speak at much greater length. But I will try to keep it as simple as possible so that even all the non technical folks, so such as the parents and layman people, could understand it at this very first phase of our training sessions. So, of course, cloud computing is one of the hottest topics today and has become a huge buzzword with the IT industry. But just for a have you thinking side, have you ever think where this term or phrase cloud has come from? So basically, of course, as Harshadeep sir has already said, it has nothing to do with weather, storms, or meteorology. So where did this phrase, our concept, actually came from? To understand that, we have to rewind to the early 90s when computer scientists and the network engineers needed some way in their diagrams, as already shown in the slide, to refer to the networks, that big group of computers, storage devices out somewhere. Uh, In other words, they needed a way to refer to something that was essentially somebody else's problem. So, just to denote it, they have to find a word to refer to it. So they settled on cloud. And you can see this earliest use. This is the most earliest use in this diagram, which is from the US patent, which was filed in 1994. So if you see the bubble, the network bubble, it is in the cloud shape. It is just meant to be a vague description of things happening elsewhere. So if you just try to relate, आपको अपना laptop दिखेगा, you will see a ISP. But of course, with beyond your laptop, you don't have to do anything with the ISPs or the networks, how it works, who is between you and the ISP or the data center. So that is the reason it is cloud. It is called cloud. And since after this, the usage led to the popularity of the term cloud computing or to refer servers, network, and use data centers. Because whenever you are using any device or surfing any browser, it goes through too many layers of network. And since you don't know anything on everything about where it is, how it is, this is to be denoted as a cloud. Now, officially, it was compact in 1996. They used this term in any kind of official capacity. But this term really caught up when Amazon Web Services, which is the subsidiary of Amazon.com, yes, the e-commerce shopping portal which we use for shopping, right? So this is a subsidiary company of Amazon.com. They launched its Elastic Cloud Compute Service in 2006, and that's when the market went haywire. So basically, that's when the cloud computing came into bigger buzz, since they have brought such services which never nobody else has ever brought on the board. So to understand in layman language, we can also compare cloud to the real cloud we see up there in the sky. So if you see, the normal cloud is also built up, it's a structure which is like formed of many water vapor molecules. It's not a fixed structure. It is also not stationary at one fixed position. It keeps moving on all the directions. It keeps getting form and destruction in distant clumps. It's therefore some time, and all of a sudden it may not be there, and it disappears. Similarly, the cloud technologies are also comprises of many networks which are connected together. Many users are consuming it. They are connected with the users may be available for some time consuming it. It may not be available for the other time. Okay, so it is a completely on demand service. Also, as the cloud caters us with rainfall, similarly the cloud caters us with various services which we use, that too knowingly, unknowingly, in our day-to-day life. Yes, I am not mistaken. We use cloud in our day-to-day life. Even a layman person, even a non-technical folk, everyone uses this cloud, knowingly, unknowingly, directly, indirectly. But of course, everyone has doubts and reservation to understand what exactly is cloud computing. How do we use it directly, indirectly? Am I using it? What are the benefits of cloud to an individual or an aspirant planning to make career in cloud and IT services, etc., etc. So before we move ahead, we should at least understand how are we consuming the cloud. I would like to show you this with some real life examples. So basically, I'm sure the most of the attendees, or let's say, I guess 25 to 35% of the Indian population, or the last data I have, are using smartphones. So by default, when you start using a smartphone, you are consuming, for example, Google email cloud services. Definitely, because to start with a cloud smartphone, you need to have an email address to move ahead with the configuration. So now once you set up the email phone, what is the next thing you do? Of course, you need contacts. And that's how you use another Google or cloud service, we can call it, that is Google Contacts cloud services. Now, once we use our contacts, the next time is we install app so that we can browse through Facebook, chat through WhatsApp, do files transfer to share it, watch movies on Netflix, and so many things what you can do. So, and that's where you use the third service, which is Google Play Cloud service, where from where you can download the apps. Similarly, the photos you click on your mobile, the documents you store on the Google Drive, the GPS you use for traveling and navigating, everything, so on and so forth. Google has such 50 plus services for all the common population, and we are using it every day. knowingly and unknowingly, Google has 50 plus services which we consume, and that's how we are consuming the cloud indirectly. Also knowingly, so the some who are techies, they use it very well to leverage the benefits of cloud. Now when we talk benefits, we should understand what are the benefits. Again, the benefits I would like to explain you with a real life example. So if you have noticed and experienced that ever since we have started using smartphones, our life has become absolutely easy in various aspects. So let's say if we go back to the olden basic days of a basic phone days, we have to do a manual label work to feed the big list of contacts in the old devices. Even in case if we lost the device, we have to do this hard labor again, right? So now with smartphone, we have no more reason to worry about, because you know it very well that my contacts are synced to Google, and Google will automatically fetch it for me, even if I format the phone, even if I lost the phone. Google, and that's how you are using Google's contact sync service, which is another cloud service. Similarly, your WhatsApp data you must have experienced. You reinstall the WhatsApp, you move or change the device, you will find it all the data is always intact no matter what. So this is the exact benefit and the leverage we are getting indirectly via the third party service. So basically, all the data is synced to Google Cloud or some cloud and is made available to you whenever you demand it, irrespective of where you are, which device you are using, or which network you are using. It's always available to you. That's the basic ideology of cloud, that you use such services anywhere and on any device and at any time you demand. So this was a general understanding of how we, as the end users, directly or indirectly use the cloud. But again, the question arises why it has become so important in the industry. Why is cloud computing so popular? What is so great about cloud computing for the consumers? So again, let's take a real life example, because that is how we understand things easily. So let's say we have a student from animation background, and let's say who is a graphic designer who is using graphic software. Now if you and everyone knows the graphic software requires high end laptops and machines, and since we generally people don't have it, it may be a blocker for him to work on his projects. And even if you have to have such sort of configuration laptop, he has to invest more than somewhere between 60,000 to 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh amount to get such high configuration device. But what if I say you on cloud, the same product is available on rent? So cloud is like we rent the computer with all high end configuration we require, we use it, and once we are done, we just get rid of it. We don't have to pay any longer. We don't do any upfront investment of the cost. So basically, the user has to just rent it out and use it, and you are done. And this is only done with self-enabled portal. There is no middle person. If you see here, it's today's world, all the cloud portals are self-service. They are self-enabled. With a simple swipe of a credit card and the creation of account, end user can gain instant access to infinite pool of IT resources. And that was the example of graphic software. Similarly, let's take a simple example of a CA professional. Now, a CA office has many users or employees working for him. They use the basic software Tally. Now, how early it used to work is he has to always go for a multi-user license, which will add up his license cost. Also, there was also the chances of data loss. And since he was a CA having so much important financial data, it was very risky for him. And now with the cloud, he have to have his cloud on one server somewhere up in the cloud, and he don't have to worry about the backup. He don't have to worry about the users. You don't have to worry about the his employees or the users should have a good laptops to connect to it. It's a simple laptop. Even from a mobile device, he can today operate his software. There is no dependency of anywhere on any device. On mobile device, on browser, even on browser. Yes, I'm saying this. Even on browser also, he can access the software. He can access the server. From the desktop client also, he can access the server. So that's the whole out of new idea. So basically, the job is being done and it has become more agile, even in a daily task. Even if you see, if you have to use a Microsoft Office product, so you don't have to install it anymore. See, on Google Drive, you find all these products easily. So even on Microsoft, if you find Office 365, you get to use this online. You don't have to keep any software installed. Similarly, those who are developers, they must know that even today, the developer environment has not required to be set up on the laptop. Everything we can do on cloud. So cloud computing has changed the face of modern businesses world and has simplified one some of the complex manual process efficiently, as have we already checked the phone book example with technology advancement. Now, why it is so, again, why it is become so important in the IT industries? First thing, from the consumer's point, we have already seen it from the example of a CA professional or from a student like in graph who is in graphic software. But from the from the business point of view, if you just see this, now let's say if there are businesses who run data centers or who run cloud services, now if they were running the data centers in traditional ways, once the servers are allocated, no one else can use it. But with cloud, they are getting the leverage. Let's say if the Indian users are not using in the Indian IST time zone, then definitely someone can use in the US. This is called resource sharing, resource pooling. This has enabled them to get more out of the single investments what they have did. So they share the resources, they serve the compute and RAM and storage to someone else, right? So again, now it has also lowered the cost. So for example, let's say if today, and traditionally, if you see, if anyone has to start a company or business, he needed a website, he needed servers, and all this process and heavy lifting used to take somewhere around 3 to 4 months of time. And now if you see, again, as I told you, self-enabled IT portals, cloud portals, just a matter of a swipe, your account creation, and done. You can create n number of servers. You can put your product online in just a matter of time. So what it has done, it has reduced the GTM time, go to market. So basically, let's say if you have developed a software and if you are wasting in time in the heavy lifting of procurement of servers, configuring the networks, configuring the firewalls, configuring the security, all this has gone. All this heavy lifting has gone. And that's the reason businesses now can now concentrate. Earlier, they used to spend 75% of the time doing this heavy lifting. Now they are spending only 25% of this time and 75% of the time in the concentrating and focusing on the businesses. That is how for the businesses also life has become easy. Now, how about the COVID effect now? Now, if you see the COVID effect, you may have observed that in COVID, only those companies are running which have a strong network or IT backend. Or yes, so basically, those who are backed with a strong IT, those are the ones who are working. There is no impact on them. Let's say, for an example of bank, if you see, none of our banking services has impacted. Our accounts are working, our transactions are working, our credit cards, our online shopping, everything is working because they are enabled with a strong IT backbone. And of course, most of it now is on cloud. Also, there is a private cloud concept specifically applicable to banks. But the point here to focus here and trying to explain is those companies who are IT enabled, those only will survive. Now, I will give you an example. I got a phone call in this lockdown from a vendor who's a very small vendor and who just sells shirts. Okay. Now, earlier, his persons used to go market to market, door to door selling to show the new samples of the shirt. Now uh, he wants to develop an app and a website so that he doesn't have to travel anywhere and he can just showcase his items to his respective distributors or sellers from mobile devices. That is how that person with that small business, he's trying to think from the IT perspective. That is what has changed. So cloud, the COVID effect will definitely bring many opportunity. If you see the upward mobility, then it will be tremendous. Now, if you see the cloud, how it is, say, cloud, if you see this projection on the slide, the revenue is supposed to go somewhere around almost 37 billions. If you see, This is a forecast not from anyone, not from me. It is coming from Gartner. Gartner is a research firm from American research firm, and its data is a data, it's trusted data. So can we get to the next slide, please? So if you see the revenue from public cloud services in India alone is projected to grow at 37% in 2019-20 to 2.5 billion, up from 1.4 in 2017-18 market. Sorry, it's a mistake, I guess. So this is again coming from Gartner. It's vice versa actually. So Indian market, and you everyone knows Indian market. We are specifically uh, enabling all IT services for all the country. So if you see these figures, the opportunities will be tremendous. Now let's talk about. Can you go to the next slide, please? Now, if you see the market cloud computing is creating millions jobs. It's almost 14 plus million jobs it has created, and it will be creating more. And if you see, the cloud platform is the skill that the employers are looking for in a cloud engineer. This is the market of the cloud. And this is not just the data. Compared to the data, there is inadequacy of resources. Yes, that is true. There is inadequacy of resources. Tech team, please go to the next slide. So when I say inadequacy of resources, so let's say, yes, so this is the point here which I missed out, that Amazon, the big player of cloud, is obviously Amazon, and it has announced to create 1 million new jobs in India by 2025 in different investment like in technology, infrastructure, and logistics networks. So definitely, only because of cloud they are able to do such a large huge investment. Also, it is doing investment in technology, so definitely there will be more opportunities to technical people. Yes, please, next please. So when I say inadequacy of skills, so let me tell you, since I've been in IT for more than 15 years, there is a lot of people who have still not upgraded, and not even upgraded, or they have the knowledge has become obsolete. So what they have learned is not applicable anymore. Even if I would have not upgraded myself, I would be obsolete for this market. So 35% of the current IT talent will be obsolete already in 3 to 4 years. It has already obsoleted, and it will be obsoleting more in the coming 3 years. And obviously, since they will be since cloud is in demand, cloud experts are in high demand. And so that's the reason there is a vast space, vast, I will say, even in this lockdown, I can see the opportunity for us. The projects what we are getting is not on slowdown. It is eventually it is rising up. So definitely there is a demand. And obviously, the common rule applies here, where there is a high demand and low supply, that's opportunity. And if you are IT pro, or if you are IT coming from a computer science background, or if you're planning, even if you are not from a computer science background and planning to make an career in IT, still there are n number of resources available. And let me tell you that it does not requires any money. So you just have to go to YouTube, you use the data wisely, and you will find there are n number of resources which will give you free knowledge. It's not fast like we have to read books now. It's just few minutes video, few hours of academic learning courses, and it will empower you to understand cloud and to start get on it. So my advice, finally, while closing this, my advice to student is, um, any computer science graduate students, and not only graduates but other people, can learn cloud computing. Secondly, the resources I've already told you, you can use Udemy, you can use Google. Even if you don't have to pay on Udemy, there are Google website, the learning division of Google. Then there is Udemy, again there is LinkedIn. There are too many things, and you don't have to pay anything, you will get it for free many of the times. Timelines can be somewhere between 3 to 6 months. And yes, in 3 to 6 months, if you do a proper hard work with all dedication and commitment, if you proper focus, you can complete it in 3 to 6 months. From the business point of view, my advice will be, those executives who aren't up to the speed with what the cloud means for their businesses, they should be they should start thinking it again, and they should move soon enough to the cloud. The pension for the Indian cloud in India is most evident in storage deployments. So basically, we all know we are the most, India has the most number of internet users and smartphone users, right? So the data bill is rising and it is never going to come down any or slow down at any point of time. So yes, it's clear that the technology industry is moving from the PC era to the cloud era in several significant ways. While cloud represents a new way for IT to deliver and end users to consume, as I given you the examples of end users, this transition also represents a significant change and how applications and services and systems and everything is defined. So this is, I would say, this is the most important technology disruption since the invention of the internet. So I hope you have understood the importance of cloud and from career perspective as well as from business perspective. Uh, and yes, that's it from my end. I will say everyone, and for anyone and everyone, those who are willing to learn, you can get back in touch with us. You can get back to the GCB team, and we'll try to do everything possible uh, to help you out in this learning. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Vishal. Yeah, thank you very much, Vishal, for your great knowledge and the knowledge sharing with the people over here. And this is definitely going to help our students who are willing to learn the new technologies and trying to find the newer opportunities in cloud computing, automation, programming, as well as in the data center operation. So, people, we are now open for the questions. So, tech team, can I get the questions, please, so that we can answer the queries raised by the people? Yeah, so the first question is from Shashank Pantavne. Sir, how can we do cloud forensic, sorry, and what tool it will help for this? I think, Vishal, can you answer this question? How the cloud can be used, cloud computing can be used in forensic science and all?
Of course, I will help you understand with one example. So basically, forensics means investment. Okay, so even there are any crimes related to the IT like fraudulent transactions and hacking. So this is a security thing. But yes, with cloud computing brings more compute. So whatever compute you need, you will get on cloud compute, and with more compute, you can optimize the processing to you know stop this such fraudulent transactions. So banks, if you see the banks use it very much. So yes, it can empower the forensics and investigations together.
Yeah, next question, please. Dipali, okay. So please explain the security management. This is from Surbi. What is the difference between the cloud computing and mobile computing? So Vishal, this question I think you can answer better.
Yes, end of the day, it's compute what you are doing. Even be it the mobile, be it the cloud. End of the day, it's compute you are using to run your application, to do your job done, to run any process, to run any applications. That's it.
And I will add to it that mobile computing can be the subset of cloud computing, and it will not be vice versa. You can, store all your mobile data onto the cloud. Yeah. And
Yeah.
whatever the data that you are having, you can use that data for various computational purpose to extract some meaningful features or the reports out of it. That's the main difference. Next question, please. Yeah, next question is from Harsh. What should be the basic course as a fresher should take in cloud computing, and which are the institutes? So, Harsh, I can explain you this, that you can take the basic course either on Amazon AWS cloud computing or Microsoft Azure cloud computing, because these two cloud courses or these two cloud technologies are very high in demand. They are rather commanding the 70-80% of the entire market. So I will suggest you to learn either of these two technologies, or both. Both will be having more beneficial to you, and it is not having that much cost. You can learn it in dot 10 to 15,000 rupees per course. However, the certification of these courses could be costly, because the certification is been given by the Microsoft or given by the AWS, and you can learn these courses even through us also in Nagpur, Pune, and even in Mumbai. In Nagpur and Pune, we have the right setup. In Mumbai, also we can help students in training on these technologies. That's not an issue. Yeah, next question, please. Next question is from Dibali. Please explain security management in terms of cloud computing. So, Vishal, can you please answer this question?
Yes. So with cloud, actually, cloud in the early stages was criticized largely for security issues, but with cloud, new technologies has come with like virtual private networking, which has enhanced the security management up to a very great extent. So yes, to answer it right now on this session, it would be difficult, but yes, the security perspective or the management on cloud has improved significantly, and all sort of security like DDoS attacks, DNS attacks, firewalls can be done on cloud.
Yeah, next question is from Sanchit. How can IT automation help in farming, especially increasing crop yield? For your information, IT automation cannot help in producing more crops. Okay, the IT automation is used only in information technology, process automation. For that, for increasing your yield in the farm, in the agriculture sector, what you have to do is you have to automate your machines. Okay, and that should be the mechatronics. It cannot be like वो नांगर बोलते हैं ना, हल अगर चलाना है तो you can do that using the tractor. So tractor is your machine, and उसके पीछे आप लगा सकते हो. फिर आपको क्रॉप yield निकालना है, उसके लिए भी आप मशीन डेवलप कर सकते हो, but that is a part of mechatronics. That is not a part of automation in IT industry. Next question is from it's from Nagesh. Sorry, Jagdesh. Okay, the next question is from Nagesh. AWS or Azure, which one is having more comfortable for industrial operation? So Vishal, can you please answer this?
Sure. So to see it, both are big players, but I would say AWS has onboarded almost 64 plus services, and still on the Gartner chart, AWS is ahead of Azure. But it all depends upon the use cases. Remember this.
Yeah. Next question is from Samartha. What is the fees for the course? So fees for the course will be dependent on the location also, because if you look at the cheaper location like Nagpur, there the fee will be less. It will not be more than 10 to 15,000 for one course of cloud computing for 2 to 3 months time frame, 3 months time frame. And if you are going in Mumbai, then of course the fees is increased, or it is doubled. I am talking about the classroom training. For the online training, there are various websites that are available. But yeah, of course, there is a difference between the classroom training and the online training. Classroom trainings are faring better. Okay. The next question is from Sayuri. Is there a scope if a BCom graduate does cloud computing? How many years of course is cloud computing is required? For your information, Sayuri, Vishal is a BCom, and even though he's not the computer engineer, he has done a commendable job in this segment, and he's earning a huge salary. Huge salary. He's heading a department of a technology company which is having more than 2,000 people. So there is a scope. So Vishal is a role model for you. You can connect with Vishal for this your queries. Next question is from Jagdish. Vishal sir, can I use Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects for my mobile for editing? Vishal, can you please answer, because I don't see this is relevant to the cloud computing. I'm not sure.
But if he's talking about from cloud perspective using a cloud product, then I'm not handy with this editing tool. So I would say this question could be well answered by a graphic designer using this software and cloud.
Next question is from Sunil. How good is AWS certification for a fresher, as we students don't have hands-on experience of AWS? So I will answer this, and even Vishal can add some value to it. AWS certification for fresher is the most demanding. Whenever the companies are recruiting professionals in certain technology, they look for the certification first, and only after that they select the resume. That's the process. If you have the certification, you will be selected for the interview, at least for the interview, and later your knowledge will play a role. Next question is from Dipali to Vishal sir. So Vishal, can you please answer this? In this cloud world, how many companies have their own cloud platform like Amazon, Google, Oracle, and Microsoft? So which promising cloud platform you suggest for the beginners?
Absolutely, there are many companies apart from the names, these big players you see always on the board. So there are Rackspace, there are DigitalOcean, much cheaper, much providing much good services. But to start with, definitely you should always go with the experienced one. That is Amazon.
Next question is from Abhay. With which course we should start in cloud computing? So again, there are two, AWS as well as Microsoft Azure. I will suggest you to start with AWS first, or Microsoft later, or both, because both are commanding 70-80% of the business in the IT industry for the cloud computing. Next question, please. Yeah. Yeah, it is from Vishal. Sir, now I am working on, Vishal's question, please. Yeah. So Vishal is our student who has done cloud computing course, and is now, he got the job. He's from the Pune batch, and he's working also. So his question is, I'm working as an NOC engineer, then how to grow my career in this field? Vishal, please, this question is for you.
Sure, I will take this. So if you are a NOC engineer, definitely there are different operations in the NOC. But let's say if you are a network engineer, there is a network specialty certificate in AWS also, where you will be specifically taking part of the networking. So that is how it can help you if you go along that way. Or else also, that doesn't mean it stop you from exploring the other AWS segments, like the compute segment. Okay.
Yeah. Next question is from Harsh. How can non-IT person look at cloud computing and the future? Does education loan are available? See, these fees are not that high, so even bank is not going to give you the education loan. You can learn the cloud computing for Microsoft as well as for AWS. Not more than 30,000-40,000 rupees is required. So I don't think bank even entertain you for this kind of loan. The next question is from Dinesh. Does cloud
computing course is helpful for government sector? Dinesh Jadhav, there are so many jobs available in private sector with such kind of high salary. Why are you looking for government sector anyway? But government, of course, there would be a lot of scope in government also, because in everything, either it is in government or it is in private companies, the future, of course, is these emerging technologies, and of course, cloud computing, of course, data centers. So even governments would have their own servers now, which would be more secure. So more security personals, not with the gun, but with the kind of a software knowledge, those would be required. So there is going to be a lot of scope in private as well as in government.
Yeah. So thank you, sir, for answering this question. Next question is from Rohit. How can we search in market about any company using service or process or RPA in automation? You need not have to search it. You need to just upgrade your skill set with the Python, with the shell programming, with the Ruby Rail, and you have to mention those things in your resume, and the companies are going to search you, because in almost all the IT companies, this kind of automation are in heavy demand. If you are a test engineer with the skill set of automation in testing, with the knowledge of Selenium tool or JavaScript, then of course the testing organization like Kiosk, which is a famous company in Mumbai, they can also call you for the interview, or for that matter, any damn company. Yeah. Next question. From Suchit, what is the scope of services like Google Stadia in India? Will this be the future of gaming? Vishal, can you please answer? I think it is related to cloud.
Yes, actually, I'm not from the gaming background, but yes, there are many services specifically from the gaming point of view. The GPU computes, I would say, since the gaming requires high and you know uh, the graphics and all and compute. So since these, as an infrastructure point of view, yes, these are available, and many gaming technologies are onboarding on cloud as well.
Yeah, next
Well,
question is
I can add on to this. I can add on to this.
yes, sir.
See how this gaming is, taking shape. That if you look back at around the data of in India itself, I'm saying the business was of about 2,000 crores when it was in 2012 to 2013, and today it stands to around 15,000 crores a year. Okay, so that is the business which we are talking about in gaming industry. So there is lot of scope actually, and then we are also planning to have a separate session on how these gaming softwares work and what are the opportunities in that. But of course, that, and since this COVID, now everybody is at home and many of them are now playing games, so on the laptop, on computers, on your mobile. So but gaming has always attracted human beings since earlier days. Okay, so then there were different kind of games, like you have a camel race in our villages, we have bullock cart race. Now there are, what we are playing on our mobile is car race. Okay, so person like me who is not a good driver, he also plays very fast on mobile, driving at a speed of around 500 miles an hour. But so this gaming industry, of course, has, and as Vishal was rightly saying, it requires a lot of data processing, and therefore that would also help in booming of these data centers and also cloud computing. Yeah.
Yeah. So next, thank you, sir, for answering this rightly. Next question is from Nitin. Vishal. Vishal, sir, as a fresher in Linux or cloud, how can I start finding job? Is certification required to start a career in cloud? Vishal, over to you.
Yes. So as a fresher, definitely, if you're already doing Linux, it's the basically you have completed 25% of the part, because cloud is 70 to 90% of made of Linux, I would say. But yes, as a fresher, you can start with onboarding more skill set with specific to Linux, because it's not like just once you are done with cloud, you have don't have. Once you are done with cloud, you have to access the servers, you have to optimize the servers, you have to harden the servers, and for that skill set, you need also Linux level knowledge. And to further fresher to start, you should start with any cloud company where at least you get a Linux engineer job, where you can upgrade your profile to cloud engineer as soon as you show them your skill set.
Yeah. So thank you, Vishal. Thank
Yes.
you, Dr. Harshadeep Kamble Sir, Vishal, and the entire GBC team for conducting this beautiful session and allowing us or giving us a chance to depart our knowledge in the IT industry on the latest technologies that are in demand in the market. For the benefit of the people who have attended this session and those who are going to attend in future as well, please take my number from the GBC team, and you can give WhatsApp me, you can call me on knowing the future opportunities or the job opportunities in this segment, as we are having a lot of jobs, and we can certainly help you out in grooming your career. Thank you very much, thank you all.
Maybe you can take this one, actually last question.
Yeah,
Have
Krishna.
we taken this? Yeah, Jay Balkhande sir, can you please suggest some good classes related to AWS or cloud computing around Pune?
Yeah. So we have this session available in Pune also. In Pune, we tied up with our one of the franchisee of AWS. They are the franchisee from last 8 years for Red Hat Linux, for Microsoft, for AWS, and there we are running this session. So Yuzen Consultancy has a tie-up with those technical institute, and they are very well known. And you can certainly call me, and I can give you the further guidelines to join the course over there.
Yeah, Mahesh, there is another question for you. Sir, where
Yeah.
is Eugen Consultancy office or institute in Mumbai?
Yeah, okay. So it is in Thane. We have our office in Thane, Teenath Naka Chowk, in Nandanvan Industrial Estate. So please call me. I will send you my address details, office address details. And we can meet over there as well.
Did we take this question? Can we do freelancing in cloud computing? Not as a career though. So Vishal, what is your answer?
I would say if you're not serious for taking it as a career, then I think so you should go for something else as a whatever your passion you seek.
Okay. Okay, so thank you everybody. It was very nice, and Mahesh and Vishal. So those who are interested in emerging technology, and I will repeat again that these are the future technologies that are going to stay for years to come together, and there is going to be a lot of scope. So everybody, please tell your friends also about these sessions, and of course ask them to go for emerging technology. And as it was answered very rightly, that no BE or engineering or polytechnical degree is required, because we have Vishal over here who has quite a good experience in cloud computing, data centers, and he is not an engineer. He is a BCom graduate, but still he has risen to such a level. So that means these emerging technologies are there for everybody. Everybody can do it. Okay, so please, you also start taking interest into such kind of newer technologies and tell your friends also. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.